Here in this world to obstruct our sadhana. Nobody will be there to encourage much. Whether they are there or not, we need not depend on them. We are now definitely matured to some extent of knowing the glory of spirituality, in that also the glory of studying Shastras, which are indicating to us the goal and means and preparation. Therefore, appreciating this spirituality, appreciating our entry into this spirituality, acknowledging and encouraging ourselves day in and day out that we are on the right path. We have to keep on continuously doing till we reach the destination. This is what it is now. At the most, what change can be is the Jnanam of the Shastras, when thoroughly digested, we may not study Shastra, but the pursuit of the truth should keep on happening till it is discovered. Little bit we deter from the path out of laziness, out of tiredness, out of feeling boredom, or out of any other attraction or any misguidance. Again, we go back to old ruts without reaching to this most divine, beautiful destiny. So, let us encourage ourselves, let us inspire ourselves, let us tell to ourselves that this Adhyatmika Marga, in which unambiguously we have these aspects of studying Shastras from our Acharyas, thoroughly understanding them while doing Mananam, and once the truth is intellectually apprehended, trying to reach out to it by all means on the seat of Dhyanam. Outside in the world, whatever is conducive for Dhyanam means whatever the lifestyle helps us in doing meditation, that way we live. That is the life of Dharma, life of values, life of duties, life of honesty. And whatever which obstructs our sadhanas, those things we avoid. Like these days, today only we started in our Yoga Darshana Shastra about the Antaraya, Chitta Vikshepa. Most of them are created by our ignorance, inadvertence. Avoiding those Antaraya, even from the outer world also, any obstructions come in any form. Everything, remember, which takes us away from the Paramatma, even a moment. It is self created or because of anyone. Please note down that it is an obstruction. Anything it can be. It can be even dharma. That is why sarva dharman parityajya. Even punya, because punya gives only temporary result. So when dharma and punya themselves are obstruction on the path of Supreme Self, what to talk about all other sentiments, emotions, obligations, and the actions born out of selfishness or desires, even prompted by others because of our attachment to them. ये सब तो इतने अंतराय है. नहीं, those days used to be ना, some of the टीवी और फैन कुछ भी हो, रेडियो भी, वो चलना कम रुकना ज्यादा होता था. इवन दो गुड्स ट्रेन्स, पैसेंजर ट्रेन्स, कुछ भी हो, वो पटरी कोई खराब हुई या इंजन या कोल खत्म हो गया, किसी ने खींचा वो जनरल कंपार्टमेंट से, तो रुकना ज्यादा, चलना कम होता था. In the same way, with self created, self invited, self accepted antarayas, interruptions, we only the ones who delay our sadhana. So, avoiding those things and including all those beautiful aspects which enhance our sadhana, like keeping our health good, keeping our mind calm, quiet. You understand? Doing some of japa upasana to always keep mind in a devotional, cheerful mood, being in the company or remembrance of great saints, sages who exuberantly living a joyful, inspired, dynamic life, not a dull-witted and boring. If you are in the company or remembrance of that, we also will become like that. But remember, Gurudev, his inspiration is way of joyfully living throughout life. That inspires us. Because Maya attacks in so many ways. One of the way is bringing those emotions, sympathies, sentiments to our mind एंड देन सेइंग कि मैं कर रहा हूँ साधना, कोई मेरा हेल्प ही नहीं कर रहे, क्या फायदा इसका करके. Now these things very dangerous. Nobody in this world is there to help you because we are reaching to a goal where there is nobody other than me, the self. Is it not? So the joyful mood, the protected mood, self-controlled mood, self-inspired mood, keeping always alert, clear regarding what is the immediate step, what is the next step, what is the next destination to reach. In this way, all the time, all the while, in that mood only, when we can manage ourselves, we are truly doing sadhana. Let us do that. Nothing is impossible. If we take it up, know it, and prepare and try. Let us take up, let us know it, let's prepare ourselves, let's keep on trying. So, all in all, the idea of this few minutes introduction is don't wait for someone either to appreciate or encourage or inspire. Sufficient encouragement, inspiration has come to us from our gurus, acharyas. Enough that is, let us go ahead. Then there is nothing to appreciate here because it is our own redemption, our own sadhana. Why should others appreciate? मैं अपने मुक्ति के लिए साधना कर रहा हूँ, तो कोई और क्यों मेरे को तालियां बजाए? कोई लोक कल्याणकारी कार्य करे तो उसके लिए लोग ताली बजाएंगे. अपन तो इस स्वार्थ वाला काम कर रहे हैं, तो why should anybody appreciate? They don't appreciate, they depreciate only. देर से तुम काम से भागने के लिए साधना कर रहे हो, क्लास में जा रहे हो, आप तो डेली सुनते होंगे घर में. So, no need to wait for others' appreciation, no need to wait for others' encouragement. Let us encourage, inspire ourselves. Let us be on this path. What path? Path of spirituality. What are the things included in that? Being regular in studying Shastra, which day by day, slowly making the clear the goal to be reached, the path to be walked, the preparations to be done. Keep on. As much the goal is clear, as much path is clear, so much preparation is done, then keep moving on that. Keep moving on that and see to it that we reach out very soon without getting any distractions. Thank you. Let us try today to through study of our three, four things. First, Dashama Skandham, Bhagavatam. Here we will see how Dhritarashtra is given the guidance by Krishna through AKRURA. Whether he receives or not, but the beautiful guidances were given. Yesterday we saw one aspect of it, how the urvi to be palayan dharmena, then prajaha shilena ranjayan, then sveshu samavartanam. Then you will get shreyaha and kirtima vapsasi. Today, more subtler thing is spoken about the temporariness of our selves being in the body as well as our people around. So, for the sake of this temporary body and temporary relations around, how can we afford to do wrong things which for a long time give us wrong results? Common sense points. So, these are the ones our Krishna Bhagavan through Akrura gives to Dhritarashtra. Whether he takes or not, will take. Then in that 12th Skandha, ATHYANTHIKA PRALAYAM, in that Tattvajnana, Atmajnana is being extended to next few steps. And today, let's see if it can be concluded. Then the Adhyatma Ramayana is the most beautiful topic today, where to Tara Bhagavan in the beginning only gives Atmajnana Upadesha. When it is obtained, understood, Mukti is gained. Having heard that, she will ask questions regarding who is samsari, who is dukhi, what is happening actually. And these things, the 15-20 slokas given by Rama can be the highest PhD thesis. If somebody can do that on that, then make beautiful thing presentable, understandable, acceptable to the people, enough for the mukti. Unparalleled, beautiful teachings in simple words Bhagavan gives. She receives and she becomes mukta instantaneously. Tara, so too Sugriva. They get liberated listening to that knowledge because of their he says also, Rama, from many lives you have done lot of punya. That is why my darshanam to you. Bhagavan tells to her. Both of them become mukta because of power of Rama's teaching. So too, their own preparation readiness. These are all, very beautiful things. When mindfully we listen, consciously we listen, committedly we listen, not carelessly, not objectively, but subjectively, feeling that they are for me, feeling that they are meaningful, feeling that they're so useful, they're so true. In these feelings, when we listen, when we adopt those glimpses or the gems of knowledge, implement in our life, we are doing the best to ourselves. And there is no other thing better than this which we can do to ourselves. Thank you. Om, Om, Om. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Sachidanandarupaya Vishwotpatyadihetave Tapatraya Vinashaya Shri Krishnaya Vayan Namaha. Dharmah प्रोज्झितकैतवोऽत्र परमो निर्मत्सराणां सतां वेद्यं वास्तवमत्र वस्तु शिवदं तापत्रयोन्मूलनं श्रीमद्भागवते महामुनिकृते किं वा परैरीश्वरः सद्यो हृद्यवरुध्यतेऽत्र कृतिभिः शुश्रूषुभिस्तत्क्षणात् नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमम् देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्. ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय. ॐ योऽन्तः प्रविश्य मम वाचमिमां प्रसुप्तां सञ्जीवयत्यखिलशक्तिधरस्वधाम्ना अन्यांश्च हस्तचरणश्रवणत्वगादीन् प्राणान् नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यम्. समस्त देवताभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो ब्राह्मणेभ्यो आचार्येभ्यो भक्तेभ्यो साधुभ्यो साधकेभ्यो तीर्थेभ्यो क्षेत्रेभ्यो नदी नदेभ्यो आचार्येभ्यो तीर्थेभ्यो शास्त्रेभ्यो नमः. Friends, everything we are doing in evening class, even in morning, if we can do them with meditational poise, we are already on meditational sadhana. Try day by day to improve that type of concentrated, total committed application in doing. ओम अथ श्रीमद्भागवत महापुराण आचार्येभ्यो नमः. परब्रह्मणे महाविष्णवे ब्रह्मणे सरकादिमुनिभ्यो नारदाय वेदव्यासाय सुखब्रह्मर्षये सूतमहामुनये शौनकादिऋषिभ्यो वैशम्पायनादिऋषिभ्यो त्र्यादृषिभ्यो मत्स्यादिवतारेभ्यो प्रह्लादादिभक्तजनेभ्यो आदित्यादि नवग्रह देवताभ्यो श्रीमत् दक्षिणामूर्ति दत्तात्रेयाग्रीवादि गुरुभ्यो नमः. आदिपराशक्तिमात्रे नमः. मातापितृदेवताभ्यो नमः. आद्य शंकराचार्यादि गुरुभ्यो नमः. अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः. संकल्पः तेषां सर्वेषां गुरूणां देवतानां परब्रह्मणः श्रुतिपातो अनुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधस्य अस्मिन् क्षणे एव अनुभवसिद्ध्यर्थं पुराणेतिहासोक्त भगवद्भागवत दर्शन अनुग्रह अनुभव प्राप्त्यर्थं सनातन धर्मस्य वैदिक संस्कृतेः हैन्दव संस्कृतेः पुनरुत्थान जागरण अतिशीघ्रगतिना विश्वव्याप्त्यर्थं तत्कृत समस्त विघ्न शत्रु निर्मूलन द्वारा समस्त साधक धर्म संस्थापकानां आयुरारोग्य क्षेम स्थैर्यादि प्राप्ति द्वारा श्रद्धा भक्ति आदि प्राप्ति द्वारा समस्त शक्तीनां अनुकूलतानां सिद्धि द्वारा धर्म संस्थापन कार्ये अस्माकं सहित दिग्विजय प्राप्त्यर्थं विश्वशांति कल्याण एकता प्राप्त्यर्थं च श्रीमद्भागवत महापुराण शास्त्रस्य पारायणं दशमस्कन्धस्य द्वादशस्कन्धस्यापि अध्ययनं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे. आदौ दशमस्कन्धः. Let us make one more reading, nothing wrong in that. अक्रूर उवाच. ओम श्री कृष्ण परब्रह्मणे नमः. श्रीमद्भागवत महापुराणं दशमस्कन्धः पूर्वार्ध अथ एकोनपञ्चाशत्तमोऽध्यायः. श्रीशुक उवाच. श्री अक्रूर उवाच. ओम भो भो वैचित्रवीर्यत्वं कुरूणां कीर्तिवर्धन भ्रातर्युपरते पाण्डौ अधुनासनमास्थितः धर्मेण पालयन् उर्वीम प्रजाः शीलेन रञ्जयन् वर्तमानः समः स्वेषु श्रेयः कीर्तिमवाप्स्यसि अन्यथा त्वाचरन् लोके गर्हितो यास्यसे तमः तस्मात् समत्वे वर्तस्व पाण्डवेष्वात्मजेषु च नेह चात्यन्तसंवासः कस्यचित् केनचित् सह राजन् स्वेनापि देहेन किमु जायात्मजादिभिः एकः प्रसूयते जन्तुः एक एव प्रणीयते एकोऽनुभुङ्क्ते सुकृतम् एक एव च दुष्कृतम् अधर्मोपरिचितं वित्तं हरन्त्यन्येऽल्पमेधसः सम्भोजनीयावदेशैः जलानीव जलौकसः पुष्णाति यान् अधर्मेण स्वबुद्ध्यातम् अपण्डितं ते अकृतार्थं प्रहिण्वन्ति प्राणाहरायाः सुतादयः स्वयं किल्विषमादाय तैस्त्यक्तो नार्थको विदः असिद्धार्थो विशत्यन्धं स्वधर्मविमुखस्तमः तस्मात् लोकमिमं राजन् स्वप्नमाया मनोरथं वीक्ष्यायं यात्मनात्मानं समशान्तो भव प्रभो। धृतराष्ट्र उवाच यथा वदति कल्याणीं वाचं दानवते भवान् तथा नया न तृप्यामि मर्त्यः प्राप्य यथामृतं तथापि सोऽनृता सौम्या हृदि न स्थीयते चले पुत्रानुरागविषमे सम्यक् विद्युत्सौदामिनी यथा ईश्वरस्य विधिं को नो विधनोत्यन्यथा पुमान् भूमेर्भारावताराय योऽवतीर्णो यदोः कुले यो दुर्विमर्शपथया निजमाययेदं सृष्ट्वा गुणान् विभजते तदनुप्रविष्टः तस्मै नमो दुर्वबोध विहारतन्त्र संसारचक्रगतये परमेश्वराय। श्रीशुक उवाच इत्यभिप्रेत्य नृपतेः अभिप्रायं स यादवः सुहृद्भिः समनुज्ञातः पुनर्यदुपुरीमगातो शशंस रामकृष्णाभ्यां धृतराष्ट्रविचेष्टितं पाण्डवान् प्रति कौरव्य यदर्थं प्रेषितः स्वयम्। इति श्रीमद्भागवते महापुराणे स्वयासिक्याम् अष्टादशसहस्र्यां पारमहंस्यां संहितायां दशमस्कन्धे पूर्वार्धे एकोनपञ्चाशत्तमोऽध्यायः समाप्तमिदं दशमस्कन्धस्य पूर्वार्धम्। Friends, we have seen a very useful introduction. Here now very sublime guidances are given by Krishna through AKRURA to Dhritarashtra and to all of us also. Life is nothing but for human beings improving upon our own knowledge, Vyavaharika, knowledge about Vyaktitva Vikasa, knowledge the Adhyatmikata. All the three are required. At one point, the Vyavaharika Jnanam and the Laukika Jnanam, once we give up everything, pursue only spirituality, become of less importance. But Tattva Jnanam, Atma Jnanam, till we get the Mukti, we have to keep on updating ourselves. So here, to Dhritarashtra, what first thing said was, we know yesterday, day before we studied, ki dharmena palayan urvim. So wherever we are placed and whatever position we are given, there are some duties endowed there. So those things we have to strictly do. In that only our evolution is hidden. Let us fully, strongly believe and accept this point. In case of Dhritarashtra, he being the king now, after the Pandu, before the Pandavas grow, therefore his job is doing the Urvi Palanam, Bhupalanam, Dharmena. What are all these things involved in it? We saw yesterday, day before. And these Raja Dharmas are exhaustively given in our Shastras. One can find a time to study. Second thing is Prajaha Shilena Ranjaya. That means by one's own beautiful way of living, make the people happy, comforted, safe, and secured. That thank God we are at this time when this Raja is with us. More than all that, the Raja should Ranjayan means inspire the people also to live noble life like Raja, to live a honest life like Raja, to live the life of hard work like Raja, and dharmic life finally, the cultural, traditional, most beautifully, importantly, the spiritual. So Prajaha Shilena Ranjayan means keeping inspired the people by his own way of living lifestyle. Shila means conduct and character. So that character conduct means throughout the day's behavior, throughout the service period's behavior. So Ranjayan means keep them inspired, keep them happy, keep them feel what is it, contented or satisfied or blessed that we are at the period where this great Raja was the king. See, इसमें भी एक बात होती है कि नहीं, प्रारंभिक बात तो है ही है सब कुछ, बट फिर भी उसको साइड पे रखो कि if we are in a period where in arts, in crafts, in socialism, in patriotism, in politics, in sciences, technology, great people have come, even in culture and sports, etc. And we are at that period and we have darshan of them. How pleasant, how beautiful it appears. So too, if we are in a period of a king who is very demonic Rakshasa, and Yatha Raja Tatha Praja, even if the subordinates, others also of king are equally corrupt like him, and in that period, if we are, how dissatisfactory it is. We luckily have whatever, gone through both now. We lived in a period of very non-positive, non-encouraging time also. Now, from last couple of years, we are seeing a feeling of satisfaction that we are at that time where something good is happening by good people governing. In the same way, Dhritarashtra is told, Prajaha Shilena Ranjayan. So here Shila, to put it in spiritual terminology, be in that Shuddha Sattva In Shuddha Sattva includes spirituality, includes self-discipline and all that, includes all positive values of love, kind, compassion, etc. towards the Praja. So that way we can define Shilena Prajaha Ranjayan means. The opposite of it, if it is told, it will be more clear. कि the people should never feel कि ऐसे राजा के राज्य में हम हैं कि इसके बजाय इस राजा को निकाल दें या हम ही इस देश को छोड़कर जाएं. In some of the countries neighboring only, we can see how the public attacked the Raja Bhavan of the Raja only because of dissatisfaction of that by that ruling of that Raja and all. कितना वो लानत है, अब हिस्ट्री बुक में लिखा जाएगा परमानेंटली कि when these were the kings, they selfishly never ruled the country properly, they were selfish, therefore the whole praja suffered all types of problems, calamities. ये तो हिस्ट्री के बुक्स में जाएगा. Like we study in our own history books about some great kings also, some destructive kings like Raja Vena. Is really vain only. In English, Vena means useless. his son was Raja Pruthu. Again, Pruthu Raja is great again. So, Praja Shilena Ranjayan goes a long way with us. He that goodwill and blessings and prayers of those Praja help us in our earning the punya, getting the Uttama Loka. If not done that, then we'll be there, interrogated, we'll be called for, summoned, and we'll be questioned, we'll be found to be guilty, we'll be punished. So two things are said. One, Urvi Dharmena Palayan, Prajaha Shilena Ranjan. Third one is what? Vartamanaha Samaha Sveshu. Sveshu Samaha Vartamanaha. To all your people, don't have your personal biasness. In the people, if there are some more qualified, in the interest of the country, they definitely should be given more opportunities. Less qualified, give him opportunities to become qualified. That way, for the sake of totality, you can do. But from your own personal reasons, because of anything, don't be the Vishama, be Sama only. So this Vishama and Sama yesterday also we discussed. Having said these three things, if this is not done, what will happen? That also to be told. If it is done, the result is Shreyaha Kirtim Avapsasi. You will get Shreyas also. First Shreyas always is, happiness, contentment in the mind. There is an ego, there is a jiva in us. We discussed it 1 month back, this topic. The ego acts under the influence of vasanas and temptations. And the jiva's only job is to evolve conduct wise, moral wise, ethics wise, spiritually. Now, when in a corrupt manner we try to get something, ego feels happy, but the jiva feels regretted and guilty. On the other hand, this not listening to ego's demands of all these selfishness, we out of some self-accepted self-disciplines or even fears or because of commitments do good things in which we may have to forego some comforts and easy money makings, etc. Then the ego may not feel happy, but then the jiva inside feels happy. The जीव को हमें ज्यादा खुश करना है, not to the ego. But they are not two actually, but just for the sake of understanding, we are saying. So you will get Shreyaha, you will also get Kirti when two these things. Two. Shreya, Atyanthika Shreya is you will become qualified slowly through Antakarna Shuddhi for Moksha. Shreya here means you will never be impeached or removed. You will always be elected without any opposite candidate. Unanimous election. Everybody will want you to continue. That is the meaning of Shreya. लौकिक श्रेयस ये है, पारमार्थिक श्रेयस वो है. ये दोनों मिलेंगे आपको ये तीनों करने से. Also कीर्ति. Again we said in the history books, your name will be in the golden letters, not with the tar letters and tarnish. Yeah, that will be there if you don't do. Anyatha tu acharan loke. 19th sloka says the opposite of it. Anyatha tu acharan loke. What is anyatha? Instead of dharmena palayanu adharmena palayan. Okay, in that all the corruptions, everything is done. And then in Shiryana Ranjayan, but one's own character is of totally low level of laziness at the body level, absolute selfishness, indulgences at the Rajoguna level. If these two are there, then the third one instead of Samatha, if you live a life of Vishamata, this is called as Anyatha to Acharan. What will happen? Result is not you will get Shreyas, like in the earlier case, not you will get name and fame. But here it is Loke Garhitaha. You understand? You will be so censured, insulted in the world. Your effigies will be burnt. Loke Garhitaha. Then what happens when the body is left? Yasya se tamaha. The after leaving the body, the tamas is going to Narakadi Loka. While living in the body, tamaha is what? If the Lord wants for that sin, in this life only, some of the punishments are given because of which at the old age, the money will go away, the children will go away, the power positions will go away, nobody will be there to ask you, health also gets deteriorated, and you will be in such a inexplicable misery. That is called a tamaha while living. Along with that, the guilts and regrets and all, why did I live my life in such a wretched manner? This will be there for you. All this Vidura taught will be teaching to him later on. अभी नहीं, विदुर नीति तो 1 या 2 दिन पहले कुरुक्षेत्र युद्ध का ये विदुर धृतराष्ट्र को मिलता है. देखो धृतराष्ट्र को बिफोर युद्ध विदुर नीति ही गॉट. On the first day of Yuddha, before Yuddha started, entire Gita Jnanam came to him. He was the first audience. That way. Arjuna was direct audience. Hanumanji heard from up above. Vyasaji knows it through Divya Drishti. Sanjay is blessed by Vyasa to narrate the live commentary to Dhrutarashtra. That way Dhrutarashtra is first audience in that. He is the luckiest fellow, but he doesn't want to use that jnanam. That much was he was overpowered by his attachment to his useless son. That we have to note there. Anyway, so here anyatha garhita loke, then also yasya se tamaha. Tell each you and me also. Should we go to a life more lower than this or higher, greater, nobler than this? It is in our hands only to create, construct our life for future beautifully or even destroy to further lower level than even this. Clear? Tasma. Therefore, the other two things anyway you will do only. Prajashilena palayan ranjayana. The urvim dharmena. What is that? Urvim dharmena palayan prajashilena ranjayan. But the third one I am here to talk to you. What it is? Tasma samatve vartasva. Please do vyavahara with samata. Towards whom? Pandaveshu atmajeshu cha. To Panduputras as well as your own children. Don't have that Vishava Drushti. Is it not? Never do it. है ना? कोई फेस्टिवल आया तो कौरवों को तो बढ़िया सा क्लॉथ और पांडवों को लोअर कास्ट वाले. भोजन के समय उनको 56 भोग, इनको कल का बासी खाना. रहने के समय भी जगह, इनको पैलेशियल हाउस, उनको वो लोएस्ट लेवल. You understand? This is what in many families brothers stay nowadays, if at all they may have that. Never ever it should be there. सबके प्रति समता का व्यवहार हमको करना है. And depending on our own अधिकार, among those children, whatever the way they behave, we also have the right to teach them, educate them, put them on right track. Therefore, tasmat samatve vartasva pandaveshu atmajeshu cha. Have that samata, not the vishamata in your heart. Just because they are born to you and his Pandu's children, I will not care them. I will be attached to this only. But these fellows are so bad. उनको educate करो, वो नहीं करूँगा. Those are already great and good. Make use of them by giving the power and all. वो भी नहीं करूँगा. This is called typical Dhrutarashtra mentality. And if you want to know all the non-positive people in the world, appearing sweet yet in their understanding and misbehaving, you can study the character of Dhrutarashtra thoroughly. You will understand everything. By the way, now after this much is said at one level, now the next level of discussion are the conveying the message of Krishna, which is little philosophical. थोड़ा तत्व के तरह वेदांत की तरह होता है and little गंभीर भी है. And to listen and understand and accept it, we should have special guts, special biaslessness, unbiasedness, special readiness, special purity of heart. Those who don't have it, they never go to satsang and listen. Even those who have, some places they get offended and all because the thought appears to be directly hitting at them or pointing. So these are the very crucial things. Next 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 shlokas. Let us try to see little at least of them, if not very exhaustively. First, he says, Neha chatyanta samvasah karhichit kenachit saha rajan senapi dehena kimujayatmajadibihi. 3 things are told here. First general, first very personal, third particular. General thing is what? Ki nahi cha atyanta samhasah karhichit kenachit saha. Karhichit by any reason. Kenachit with anybody. Saha together. Samvasa staying together. Nahi cha atyanta. Never ever on this world eternally. So for eternity, no two beings in this world can stay together. अत्यंत संवास मीन्स हमेशा के लिए साथ में रहना. न इह अत्यंत संवासः. Never ever on the earth there is a permanent staying of togetherness. Karhichit kenachit saha. Karhichit means for any reason and kenachit means with anybody. So karhichit means nowhere for no reason. Kenachit for anybody can be there is a permanent staying together. Statement of fact. Just ponder over these salient things. then they break open the unnecessary emotional sentimentalisms, attachments, so to aversions or hatreds. Both ways. Is it not? Even to whom we hate, they also are not going to stay permanently. Then why hate and create our own sin, especially with parents? As long as they are alive, we fight with them every day in our mind with our mouth. And once they die, then they are not there even for us to say sorry also. है कि नहीं अब चले क्या वो लोग this sensitivity is called as maturity, not your higher outer academic educations and big jobs and millions of dollars you earn. ये कौन क्या करेगा ये सब नाटक है वो सब knowing that none is permanent therefore hate none love all. This theory when we try to make practice little by little we are true spiritual people. So केनचित् करचित् इह अत्यंत संवास न. It is called general thing. Now, see in this world, you can hundreds of examples. I don't want to waste your time by giving so. Is it not? To meet is magic, it happens. To depart is tragic, it has to happen. You just see. है कि नहीं बहुत सारे ये 70s 80s 90s में हिंदी के ही नहीं all languages of India have songs having all this type only. खिलते हैं गुल यहाँ खिल के बिखरने को मिलते हैं दिल यहाँ मिल के बिछड़ने को नो all the things are only of this fact showing only but in a pathetic manner in a miserable manner. Is it not? No two people for any reason anywhere can stay together permanently. Okay. कारण कुछ भी एक ही कारण है because prarabdha brought together. When that is over, then we'll be pulled back for the next prarabdha. Is it not? You can't. The baliya, this balavan is our karma phala. Karma which we have done, its phala is so balavan, you cannot avoid it. Therefore, from now onwards, don't question anyone. If somebody is not loving you, till yesterday they loved, today they stop. Because वो वाला कोटा खत्म हो गया अब finish. If someone is next to you throughout life but never loved you, that prarabdha is not there. Therefore, don't expect. You understand? And somebody is continuously persecuting for some or the other reason. Understand that balavan prarabdha. And suddenly one day that prarabdha is over, you will say either that person reconciles and says sorry and behaves well, or leaves you and goes. Or you may be removed from there. कुछ भी हो सकता है. अब तक आपका प्रारब्ध है अब रेगुलर क्लास में आओगे जब निकल गया 2 मिनट में चले गया कितने लोग आ रहे जा रहे अपन के क्लास में ओनली यूर एंड आवर प्रारब्ध लिटिल स्ट्रॉन्गर in which I have lot of debts taken from you. I have no money to give it. Therefore, through satsanga you are taking. So that day when you think it is over, Swami ji, आप कौन है कहीं देखा था? You will disappear. And I know I'm ready for it. First general sentence is केनचित् करेचित् आत्यन्तिक संवासः न. Okay? न इह च अत्यंत संवासः करेचित् केनचित् सह. अत्यंत संवास means antamatitya, endless. Atyanta means antamatitya. Anta means end. Atitya transcending means endless. Endlessly no two people can stay together. Clear? General statement. Now the personal statement is what? For all of us is what? Svenapi dehena. Even with your own body, you don't have the permanent attachment. So by saying so, the jiva who is inside deha and deha both are shown to be separate. So I am given this deha, the jiva me, given to stay in it. Even with this deha also, atyantika sthiti we can't stay. We can't afford to also. 50, 60, 70, 80 अगर अच्छा तबीयत है तो 90 चलेगा. Now every day thereafter the senility will happen. It will be so painful. Many people ask for that mercy killing also. मुश्किल होता है वो. That's why those people who suddenly go away, no, they're the most lucky ones. अनायासेन मरणं विना दैन्येन जीवनं देहान्ते तव सायुज्यं देहि मे जनार्दन परमेश्वरा. Those prayers, if you do every day, that thing will happen. Some of them longing in the bed and old age home or with old age problems and all, वो भी कर्मफल ही है, भयंकर प्रारब्ध. So the idea is कि even with deha we cannot have attachment long time, stay with in the body. This is called very personal. Now particular thing, what is that? If with your own deha you cannot have permanent association, the people which you have as relations around you, they all are because of this deha only. Then how can you expect them to be permanent with you? Therefore, he says, कि ये राजन स्वेनापि देहेना किमु जाया आत्मजा आदिभिः. How can you expect with wife or children permanency to be with you? Therefore, imagining they will be permanent only, that to make them happy, we are continuously doing negative. That will be told in the next 2 3 slokas. But this is a very powerful truth we have to realize. There's no way. There's nothing wrong in accepting or understanding this knowledge. If we are prepared with this in advance, then the best only we do, worst will not do. Best both ways. In serving that person and in not attaching. In serving that person, best is done to that person. In non-attachment, we have done best to ourselves. The lesser the attachment, lesser will be the misery. And never ever we are in this life, whether with wife or husband or anybody, children, to be with attachment and suffer. We are here only to love and serve. There are a lot of differences between attachment and love. In love, giving is there. In attachment, taking is there. So whenever you are suffering with your relation, you are expecting something from them. Then that's not love. So love all, serve them. Don't get expectation, don't attach. Then you will not be bound. Neither you bind them nor you get bound. That way we have to live in a wisdom that never compromises with our beautiful, that worldly relations of parents, mother, father or children or wife. कोई भी relation में कुछ भी कमी नहीं आएगा. Rather मधुरता आएगा, सुंदरता आएगा, मंगलता आएगा, शोभा आएगा. You understand it? Your orientation changes to deal with. Is it not how wonderful if we can really change like that? So with Deha only you can't stay permanently. How you imagine that you can be having permanent stay with your wife and children, for whose sake you are committing all sins? That will be told in the next shloka. But the basic thing is what? No two people can be permanent, no two things can be permanent together. Therefore, be careful to do the best of love and service, not the worst of getting attached and doing negative. सो दो बातें, प्रेम करो, परमात्मा को देखो उनमें. इंस्टेड ऑफ दैट राग द्वेष के द्वारा पॉजिटिव और या नेगेटिव अटैचमेंट में आ जाओगे. पॉजिटिव अटैचमेंट इज राग, नेगेटिव अटैचमेंट इज द्वेष. बोथ आर नेगेटिव ओनली. बट ये दोनों से हम फंसेंगे, उनको भी फंसाएंगे. वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. Having said this, now he extends. Is it clear now? न ही च अत्यंत संवासः करहिचित् केनचित् सह. So many couples you can see such a lovely bond of wife husband, but some issue happens, उनको अलग होना पड़ता है. कोई मरण से अलग होते हैं, कोई तलाकों से अलग होते हैं, कोई सलाखों से अलग होते हैं, कोई अलग रीजन से अलग होते हैं. Healthily also they may get separated in the sense somebody is in America, somebody is in Antarctica. अभी क्या करें out of नौकरी? That also way. That's you are not like all these army people बेचारे 3 महीने per annum only they are with family. All the 9 months there. That also is an explanation for this thing. Karehjit kenachit samvasaha na. That's why they long to come to the parents and family. And when they come, that 2 3 months is jubilation only. Excellent. Extend this in every other families also. We are not going to permanent. Therefore, forgive, love, serve. Don't make small little things as big issues. Don't prove your ignorance or murkhata, stupidity, and making the issues of nothing. We are experts in that. We are in a, I told you 7 days back, if you remember, like a drunkard. What he is doing or walking, talking, he doesn't know. We are also drunkards of moha or delusion. Never we don't understand what we are talking. Reference to context, purpose, what is the consequence, what I am talking, ये चीजों को मन में लाते ही नहीं. इस तरह से हम मोह का दारू पीकर जीवन जीते हैं. Only the Shastra is the antidote for it. The knowledge is the antidote, and the no knowledge helps us unless we become practical in it. And for that, we have to be very thorough in gaining knowledge, in remembering knowledge, in using that knowledge while interacting in this world. And the knowledge is not million things. In spirituality, all are one. In the Vyavahara, nobody is permanent. Therefore, as long as you are with people, love, serve, forgive. Don't make issues and suffer and not get attached and stop your progress and that person's progress. इतना ही बस. इन 5 चीजों को कर लो, साफ जिंदगी बड़ी आसान रहेगा. And then in this thing, the unsaid one thing is what? Because the permanence is not there with any relation, that doesn't mean one relation ends, life is over. No, better people can come in our life in different way. है ना, घर में husband wife died, but a new good friend may come to you, a guru may arrive in your life, or people whom you kept long far away for some reason so far, they may become closer to you, they may contribute more for your joy than others. ये सब बहुत सारे हैं हिडन अननोन. सो आशावादी बनकर हमें आगे जीना है. अब प्रेजेंट में भी ये जो वाला चीजें मन में रखकर संभल के रहना है. Having said this, the next one is more beautiful. If this also is understood, accepted, though it is very heavy load of knowledge, very painful thing for those are too dependent on others, whoever they are, family members at home, friends in the outside, relatives otherwise, colleagues. बिना लोगों का नहीं रह सकने वालों के लिए ये वाला बात थोड़ा दुख देता है, खलता है. उनको शायद अच्छा भी नहीं लगेगा, समझ लेंगे बट स्वीकार शायद नहीं करते हो. But it is all the Lord Krishna's words through AKRURA to Dhrutarashtra and all of us. So let us at least have the guts to listen to them and let us wait for the day to understand and accept these things and also implement them. A very beautiful thing it is. What it is? कि एकः प्रसूयते जन्तुः एकः एव प्रलीयते एकः अनुभुङ्क्ते सुकृतम् एक एव च दुष्कृतम्. कितना इम्पोर्टेंट बात है, देखो, है ना. चल अकेला चल अकेला, है ना. In our morning class that Amma comes in Upanishad, no other than you, in her WhatsApp status you can see Kela chalo re, you can see that. Kela chalo, akela chalo. It is true. Very good thing if you realize it as early as possible. So ekah prasuyate jantuhu. Jantu means anybody born. Is born alone only. And don't say मैं twins के साथ जन्म लिया. That is different. He is born alone. एकः एव प्रलीयते. हम मरने के समय भी कोई साथ नहीं रहेगा. So that's there are big shlokas in that thing, you know. The wife etc. come up to the door, then the relatives come up to the Samshan Ghatu, the body come up to the pyre, and nobody comes with you, you go alone. Little heavy, but then these are the fact. अकेला है, अकेला चलते हैं हम बस. एक एव प्रसूयते जंतु एक एव प्रलीयते. We came on. That's a Gurudev's famous quotation. Spirituality is alone to alone, all alone. Alone to alone, all alone is our journey. And there's a great joy in being alone also, that you can be one with your divine Lord, your own goals, your all beautiful things. With people you only depend. दो लोग देखो, दत्तात्रेय चरित्र वैसा नो, that girl जिसको देखने के लोग आए थे, mother father was not there, so she wanted to cook something, so she was pounding rice, then her kangan were making sound, she removed and kept two only, even that made it sound, then he removed one, only one was there. Then दत्तात्रेय जी says, I learned कि दो है तो कलह होता है, एक में ही आनंद. दिस वन कहावत है एक, आई डोंट रिमेम्बर ऑल, आजकल ज़्यादा ज़्यादा हो जाते हैं हम, अकेले में साधना, दुकेले में संसार, तिकेले में लड़ाई, ऐसा कुछ है वहाँ। एक प्रसूयते जंतुः एक एव प्रलीयते, एक्सेप्ट इट, we are born all alone, we go also all alone. Then between these two, womb and tomb, as Gurudev ji says, eka anubhamte sukritam eka eva cha dushkritam. ये एक means himself only enjoys the result of his own punya as sukha and result of his own papa as dukkha. All alone, nobody can do anything. मेरा पुण्य का फल सुख के रूप में मैं ही भोगता हूँ. If I try to give it to other fellow, he will not take it because उनका फल में वो नहीं है. उनके फल में पाप का फल दुख भोगने का है. In other case, others are enjoying around us, we are miserable. So that time we are enjoying or getting result of the papa done by us. Ekono bhunkte sukrutam eka eva cha dushkrutam. In this yesterday we discussed one thing. Sukrutam sometimes we may share little, but dushkrutam तो हमको ही भोगना पड़ेगा. ऐसा रूल नहीं है कि we can share our papa phala with others. Punya phala we can share. Know how important are these things. So here they are very essential for people who either hate some people for long time and make minds miserable and attach somewhere. And generally people who are involved in one of the things have the other also tendency. Like if I am attached to some people extremely, definitely in my heart I have hatred to someone. Already it must be manifest or waiting for somebody to come whom I will hate. So to someone who is hating someone very strongly, he has got the other side somebody towards whom has a strong attachment. That Raga Dvesha will be discussed by Ramji again when he teaches to the Tara in our Ramayana class today. Clear? Eka bhunkte sukritam, eka eva cha dushkritam. First, this is to be understood. Thereafter, now comes some crucial shlokas. Without knowing these basics, you in attachment to someone, you are doing all the papa. Papa phala will come to you. वो लोग जो तुम दे रहे हो वो लेकर उड़ जाएंगे. And nobody takes your papa. Nobody will have the sympathy, and expecting them also to take your papa and suffer is not right from your side. दूसरों के पाप का दुख को हम ले सकते हैं, लेकिन हमारे पाप का दुख दूसरों को नहीं देना. दूसरों का पाप का दुख भी वो देते नहीं, भगवान तो कहते खुद ही. Any some Mahayogis are there who have reason about their own individuality. They are in the universal oneness. Therefore, in the interest, if that sadhaka is great sadhaka, but his sadhana is hindered by his karma phala of papa, then this yogi or guru takes it to clear his path, which are very, very rare cases. Those cases which are rare cannot be generalized. Like great yogis, gurus, they take the papa phala of their shishyas. That's how they physically suffer. We have seen so many Siddha Purushas, yogis that way suffering physically by taking the pain of their own disciples. Papa phala. Why do they do it? Because that fellow is in a good path, pure है. अब ये वाला उसको hinder obstruct करेगा. It may even break his faith. Therefore, Guru says, चल ये obstacle मैं निकाल लेता हूँ. Like this, millions of things happen unknown to us in the subtle worlds. अब ये सारे फिर मिस्टिकल चीजें हम 20-30 जन्म के बाद जब अंतःकरण शुद्ध होते हो जाएंगे, पातंजलि योग दर्शन के सूत्रों का साधना करते करते, तब हमको ही जितना जरूरत है उतना रिवील होएगा. Right now, तो this much. So, in next 5-6 shlokas, these topics are covered. Therefore, be attentive, be aware in life. Is it not? All the things. I am selfish, for my selfishness I have done papa. I am hating someone, for that I have done papa. I attach someone to propitiate that fellow, I did papa. All of that will trouble you. Therefore, you have to mind your progress, keeping that in mind mainly. All other things you have to do. Why these things we don't come into understanding and practice? Because with our close friends relations, we get such closely attached that we forget that they also are jiva, like us, but together we are for some prarabdha very strong. That strong prarabdha cannot go away unless this way related, either blood relation or you call that sometimes that family relation etc. तो उसके द्वारा ही उनका सम प्रारब्ध जाना है, इसलिए भगवान इसे जोड़ के रखते हैं. Otherwise, both are independent jiva. If that basic fact that both are independent jiva is not accepted, only that relativity is taken so seriously, such people only get attached, and in that attachment, they commit mistakes. Attached or hatred. They commit mistakes, पाप करेंगे, फिर उसका फल भुगतना पड़ेगा. So here Duryodhana is Dhritarashtra's putra only for this life. Otherwise, Duryodhana is different jiva. Dhritarashtra is different jiva. But taking him as putra and attached to him, he is committing sin of not educating him, not following dharma. That papa goes with Dhritarashtra to trouble. They are the lessons in the next 3 or 4 slokas in a beautiful fashion given to us. Let us try to ponder over them one more day tomorrow. Sarvam Krishna Arpanam. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama. Shri Bhagavata Sharanam Mama. Shri Vyasa Sharanam Mama. Shri Shukadeva Sharanam Mama. Shri Sadguru Sharanam Mama. श्री सूता शरणं मम श्री शुकदेव शरणं मम श्री व्यासा शरणं मम श्री नारद शरणं मम श्री कुमार शरणं मम श्री ब्रह्मा शरणं मम श्री विष्णु शरणं मम श्री परब्रह्म शरणं मम श्री कृष्ण शरणं मम शरणं मम शरणं मम श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव ओम मुखं करोति वाचालं पंगुं लंघयते गिरिं यत्कृपातम् अहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवं स्वर्गे सत्ये च कैलासे वैकुण्ठे नास्ति अयं रसः अतः पिबन्तु सद्भाग्याः मामा मुञ्चत कर्हिचित् ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ॐ श्रीकृष्ण परब्रह्मणे नमः श्रीमद्भागवत महापुराणं द्वादश स्कन्धः ओमाभासश्च तिरोधश्च इयतश्चाध्यवसीयते स आश्रयः परं ब्रह्म परमात्मेति शब्दते अथ चतुर्थोऽध्यायः Shri Shuka Uvacha. Friends, 30th mantra to 43. These 14 mantras let us chant. Nahi satyasya nanatvam avidvan yadi manyate nanatvam chidrayoriyadvatu jyotishoर्वातयोरिव यथा हिरण्यं बहुधा समीयते नृभिः क्रियाभिर्व्यवहारवर्त्मसु एवं वचोभिर्भगवान् धोक्षजः व्याख्यायते लौकिकवैदिकैर्जनैः यथा घनोर्कप्रभवोर्कदर्शितः यर्कांशभूतस्य च चक्षुषस्तमः एवं त्वहं ब्रह्मगुणस्तदीक्षितः ब्रह्मांशकस्यात्मन आत्मबन्धनः घनो यदार्कप्रभवो विदीर्यते चक्षुः स्वरूपं रविमीक्षते तदा यदा ह्यहङ्कार उपाधिरात्मनः जिज्ञासया नश्यति तर्ह्यनुस्म्यरेत् यदैवम् एतेन विवेकहेतिना मायामयाहङ्करणात्मबन्धनं छित्त्वाच्युतात्मानुभवोऽवतिष्ठते तमाहुरात्यन्तिकमङ्गसम्प्लवं नित्यदा सर्वभूतानां ब्रह्मादीनां परन्तप उत्पत्तिप्रलयावेके सूक्ष्मज्ञाः सम्प्रचक्षते कालस्रोतो जवेनाशु ह्रियमाणस्य नित्यदा परिणामिनामवस्थास्ताः जन्मप्रलयहेतवः अनाद्यन्तवतारेण कालेनेश्वरमूर्तिना अवस्थाः नैव दृश्यन्ते वियति ज्योतिषाम् इव नित्यो नैमित्तिकश्चैव तथा प्राकृतिको लयः आत्यन्तिकश्च कथितः कालस्य गतिरीदृशे एताः कुरु श्रेष्ठ जगद्विधातुः नारायणस्याखिल सत्त्वधाम्नः लीलाकथास्ते कथिताः समासतः कात्स्नेन नाजोऽपि अभिधातुम् ईशः संसारसिन्धुमतिदुस्तरमुत्तितीर्षोः नान्यः प्लवो भगवतः पुरुषोत्तमस्य. Is the sound coming? Go message me. गुप्ता जी, ज्योति जी, साउंड आ रहा है क्या स्काइप में? Somebody say. Yeah, your message is just no long back you sent it. Mhm. संसारसिन्धुमतिदुस्तरमुत्थितीर्षोः नान्यः प्लवो भगवतः पुरुषोत्तमस्य लीलाकथारसनिषेवणमन्तरेण पुंसो भवेत् विविधदुःखदवार्धितस्य पुराणसंहिताम् एतां ऋषिर्नारायणो व्ययः नारदाय पुरा प्राह कृष्णद्वैपायनाय सह स वै मह्यं महाराज भगवान् बादरायणः इमां भागवतीं प्रीतः संहितां वेदसंहिताम् एतां वक्ष्यत्यसौ सूत ऋषिभ्यो नैमिषालये दीर्घसत्रे कुरु श्रेष्ठ सम्पृष्टः शौनकादिभिः. इति श्रीमद्भागवते महापुराणे पारमहंस्यां संहितायां द्वादशस्कन्धे चतुर्थोऽध्यायः. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Friends, very sublime, very essential knowledge given now by Shukadev ji to Parikshit while explaining Atyanthika Pralayam, and equally same meaninged slokas, equally important, will be studied by us when we listen Sri Rama teaching the things to Tara in our Adhyatma Ramayanam after this class. So, with little more love and patience, with gratitude to the gods and God and gurus who are giving us these opportunities to learn the wisdom, to learn the knowledge, when we can encash that opportunity, gain that knowledge, and commit to ourselves to practice, we are helping ourselves in getting redeemed of our variety of samsara bandhana. We are preparing ourselves for the glorious अनुभूति of परमात्मा. मुक्ति अनुभूति के लिए हम अपने आप को तैयार कर रहे हैं. In the life of a human, there cannot be greater achievement than that. And for that, there is no greater blessing than getting that wisdom and guidance through the gurus and etc., through the Shastras. I think if at all, I don't know whether we agree or not, I can make it for myself the factual statement. We are in the most blessed period of all our lives so far in the past. Today. Why? Because we are exposed to this Brahma Jnana, Tattva Jnana, Atma Jnana, Moksha Jnana इत्यादि. इससे बढ़िया आगे होंगे जहां इनका हम साधना करें तो डायरेक्टली वी मे हैव द ग्लिम्सेस एंड एक्सपीरियंसेस. Okay, but compared to the other lives where we are given every feeding by which our ignorance, our attachments, our delusions only are thickened and strengthened. Instead of that, we are given that wisdom which loosens our self-created problems. What more can we expect as blessings from divine? I don't know. मेरे को तो कहता हूँ जन्म धन्य है कि इन शास्त्रों को पढ़ने का मौका मिल रहा है. And whoever are the gurus, masters are with us from so many lives, including this, in molding us this way. There are no ways to express our gratitude to them. None of those expressions can suffice. Only one thing can be using the knowledge given by them. When we grow and spread this knowledge of moksha to others also, I think that can be our clearing the runa to our rishis, the gurus, who are so consciously, deliberately, beautifully guiding our intellects for right wisdom, knowledge of moksha and freeing ourselves from the bandhana. It's all wonder. If at all any wonders are there in our life, these are the things where we are getting Shastra, Jnana, Shravana, Mauka, or the opportunity. And the wonder of wonder, if this is the one, and the blunder of blunder also is same, that such a great opportunities we are not making use. That's the biggest blunder. Karana can be anything. With any karana, we miss the class, we are doing the blunder. We are missing the study, we are doing the blunder. We are missing our regular sadhana, we are doing blunder. We are missing our upasana and prayers to God and Guru to keep us on the path. If we are missing it, that also is a big blunder. So choice is ours to make use of wonders and grow in life, or do blunders and create one's own destruction. Like tomorrow with some problems, you come to me. आई हैव नो आंसर. ऐसे मैं तो भागवत पढ़ा है था, तुम लोग आए नहीं सुनने को. आई कांट हेल्प इट. The only thing I can help you and the whole world or the Lord can help you is only through Jnanam that we shared through Bhagavatam. You have not taken. Never mind. Solution remains same. Come se come, there I durustha hai. Right now you listen, gain the knowledge. Solution remains the same. As many times we don't take solution, so many times we suffer in problems. The day we start taking solutions, the problems keep going away. The solution and dissolution for all problems is only in jnana and bhakti. And that comes to us when you study Shastra from our Guru and do our own manana chintanam and practice. हमेशा के लिए यही दवाई है. ले लो या ना ले लो, वो हमेशा वहाँ रहेगा ही. Like many times we have medicine at home. We look at it but don't take. Because we are lazy even to take medicine, or we are arrogant. मैं allopathy नहीं लेता हूँ. Because very, very orthodox. So then suffer. In the same way, for some reason or the other, we don't want to take the ultimate medicine of all. भवरोग का भेषज है हमारा ये भक्ति ज्ञान देने वाला आध्यात्मिक शास्त्र अध्ययनम. And these things every day we are repeating, not with our own any selfish purpose. It's only being a fact. It's because a fact we are sharing. Expecting that some people will be sensitive enough to note it, make use of it for their own life. And never blame भगवान को भी कि आपने मेरे को रक्षणा नहीं की. अरे वो बाबा जी को डेली 9-9 घंटे चिल्लाने को बोला मैं, वो बोल ही रहा था. तो तुमको बताया भी क्लास से जाओ करके, तुम नहीं गए, मैं क्या करूं. भगवान आल्सो हाथ धो बैठेंगे, हाथ धोएंगे. He'll say I can't help. Then Bhagavan, I want to suffer. You suffer, yeah. I'm not punishing you. Nobody punishes anyone. You are punished by your own delusion, your own ignorance, your own ego, your own wrong choice. की करा? Nobody, भगवान के देख ही रहे. भगवान सबके दुखों को भगवान देख ही रहे हैं ना. कर क्या सकेंगे वो. जब सॉल्यूशन दिया तो लोग नहीं ले रहे, तो क्या करेंगे वो, है ना. एंड रिमेंबर, फॉर ऑल दुखा मूल कारणम इज our own अंतःकरण अज्ञान. अज्ञान से ही अहंकार, जीव भाव, देहादि तादात्म्य, ममताएं, राग द्वेष, उससे पाप कर्म, उसका फल. ऑल दिस इन अध्यात्म रामायण और राम जी टू तारा ही इज गोइंग टू एक्सप्लेन. यहाँ भी थोड़ा होगा उसका जिक्र. वेरी ब्यूटिफुल आर दीज पोर्शंस इन द एवोल्यूशन ऑफ ह्यूमन बीइंग. And unfortunately, we are, though born in Bharat Mata and Sanatana Dharma, kept ourselves away from our this natural native knowledge in the pursuit of all this bhoga giving external knowledges, etc. अविद्या को विद्या के रूप में स्वीकार करते गए और विद्या को हमने ठुकराया. देखो, all I will tell every day till it reaches to the government and somewhere. First to give spiritual knowledge. Through that, empower every jiva that you are a jiva, your goal is moksha. Then, in the pursuit of that, in this particular horizon between womb to tomb, you are in this place with your abilities, talents, opportunities. Do your work as dharma selflessly. Go through your prarabdha, allow all encash opportunities to do punya or dharma so that you'll have better opportunities later. ये विद्या को पहले पढ़ावे, बाकी बाद में. Is it not? जिनको आत्म प्राप्ति का ज्ञान नहीं है, पाप भीति नहीं है, पुण्य का समझ नहीं है, दैव चिंतन नहीं है, they are not human being. They are in the human body. The uneducated rustic Whatever you call, they are there. Non-human, that's it. Whoever they are. Luckily, we are slowly through study of Shastra, at least understanding these things. And if we are true and honest in our prayers and efforts, we may even come out of those non-positivity, practically live a positive life of totally spirituality and all the dharma ityadi. Now here, Bhagavan Krishna through AKRURA, when he is giving that wisdom to no, the Shukadevji is giving to Parikshit towards the end. The Atyantika Pralaya Sambandhi Jnanam, it is through Atma Anubhuti, the Mukti to the Jiva in me, who is bound through Upadhis into this world of multitude. And in that beautifully, he is developing every shloka, essence of one or the other Upanishad, developing the topic. So first Atma Swarupa Nishtha, Atma Swarupa Astitva is proved. Thereafter this Atma Vastu is not one per head, it is explained. That is what the shloka yesterday we studied. Nahi Satyasya Nanatvam. Sadvastu is one without second. That Sadvastu alone is all pervading. Same Sadvastu is in me also. From that Sadvastu Drushti, it being one without second, we can never have any differentiation, difference, partialities, etc. The Drushti will have to be of Samata only. Only when the Samata is replaced by Vishamata, that all problems come. Clear? Nahi satyasya nanatvam. Avidvan yadi manyate nanatvam. An ignorant person, for any reason, if he doesn't accept the nanatva, his drushti is wrong. What is the wrongness in drushti? He is seeing the self only, which is one without second, but through the upadhis. And upadhis have the knack and tendency of imposing some or the other limitations on the unlimited Paramatma. Not truly, but for the drushti of the onlooker. Three examples: Akasha, Agni, and Vayu. Three examples are given. One Akasha seen as big and small. One Vayu also seen as external and internal. One Agni Jyoti alone seen as reflected in so many media. But in all these cases, the original Akasha is one without second. The Vayu also one. You understand? In the entire atmospheric area. So to the Jyoti or the fire, it cannot be many, it is one only. The sun or moon, any one of them. So in this way, again and again, हमारा problem क्या है ना? In the class we listen. This knowledge little touches our heart because it's a knowledge about truth. But once we go out of the class, we are overpowered by the habitual living in the manyness for so many reasons that in a microsecond time, this beautiful sublime knowledge gets totally suppressed. It's just like a drunkard consoled or totally educated, counseled by those social servants. They are there. He heard thoroughly everything. अभी छोड़ दूंगा मैं दारू वगैरह. But the moment he sees the bottle, all that wisdom is suppressed by the vision of that dead divine welcoming bottle. तेरा जन्म मेरे लिए, मेरा जन्म तेरे लिए, साथ ही रहेंगे. What has happened? He nodded his head for whatever was said by that counseling person. मैं वायदा करता हूँ कि अभी बोतल को देखूंगा ही नहीं, जिंदगी भर उसके पास जाऊंगा. All that. But the moment he sees that, where the wisdom goes away. In the same way, immediately after this class or even after puja meditation, so quickly we enter into the world, allow the world to overpower our whatever little wisdom gained. Therefore, we continue to be same samsari. I am just analyzing, diagnosing the problem. Now, what are the solutions? Each one will have to find. That is why more and more mananam, chintanam, you know, लाइक कोई लोग आते जिनको आप प्रेम नहीं करते हो तो बाहर चेहरा मुस्कुराते हुए फॉर्मेलिटी के लिए हाय जी हाउ आर यू, पर अंदर से क्यों आया करके गुड़गुड़ करते रहते कि नहीं हम. इन द सेम वे outside, this is a negative example I gave for the positive thing. Outside you live all whatever vyavahara, but inside maintain that knowledge of Paramatma, the oneness, the truth, the self, the reality, the सच्चिदानंद. उसका अंदर चिंतन करते रहने से ये बाहर के चीजों का ज्यादा असर नहीं रहेगा. जैसा कि too much of living in the outer worldliness making us forget Paramatma. So to live about Paramatma so much that unwanted things of the world are not entertained or involved in. Whatever required, you should do without forgetting. You can't be thinking about Paramatma so much that you forget your medicine, you forget that you are driving car, you are forget that you have guests have come. वो तो फिलहाल मत करो, बट इतना करो कि अनवांटेड चीज हट जाए जिंदगी से. This is totally out of topic. Topic is straight. One alone is real, Nanatva is unreal. If you see the Nanatva, it is only because of your importance given to the Upadhis. Through the Upadhi, the manyness is imagined or appearing. This is knowledge. But this knowledge, why is it going away? Why we are accepting the manyness as real? And that also in that many something as good or something as bad. Then good we are attached with a raga, bad we are aversion with dvesha. Then wherever we are raga, there we do adharma unduly. Wherever we have dvesha, there also we do adharma. That way we become qualified for the dukkha. क्यों हो रहा है, कहाँ से शुरू हो रहा है? गीता आदि पढ़कर, भागवत आदि पढ़कर भी उस प्रश्न का उत्तर में कर रहे हैं कि we live so quickly the worldly life that all this knowledge is totally given up, forgiven, or forgotten. So that means we are only at the LKG, UKG level. He is in the class only waiting for the breakfast, lunch to come. And when will be the class over, go home and be in the lap of mother eating. उसकी दृष्टि वहीं रहती है. He is not interested कि मैं ABCD सब सीखूंगा, 1 2 3 सीखूंगा, I'll become big lawyer, doctor, engineer, serve the country. वो 3 4 साल के बुद्धू को ये सब थोड़ी दिमाग में रहता है. हम कभी 3 4 साल ही हुआ शास्त्र में आकर, हम भी उसी बुद्धू की तरह है. Our interest is more in worldliness, not spirituality. So when the thing changes, when the thing becomes reversed, then till that time you have to not only listen Shastra but do Manana Chintana. For that you need to find your own hours of privacy, which are given by the Lord. You only have to command them. Live life like that. Revel in those thoughts all the time. Avoid unnecessary companies. Avoid unnecessary topics. With a smile, just escape the obligations also. Reserve your freedom for your own sadhana and evolution. These are the things not there here, but they are corollary, which add to this to ask you to answer the question. Such a sublime knowledge of Atma Jnana, Tattva Jnana, why it is not becoming practical, realistic to us because of these reasons. What is the solution? This is what it is. So, having this way said, truth alone is there, and that truth is one without second, and develop that vision to see. When you see from the one truth standpoint, the manyness goes away. Problems are only in Dvaita and Dvandva, not in the Ekavema Advayam Brahma. This is how you liberate yourself from your own ignorance of your one without second self by getting the knowledge of the one without second Paramatma Tattva. How clear see our Shastras are, and to you and me, because from 2 3 years regularly listening, our intellects are getting tuned to be able to listen and grasp. Retainment, following practice, slowly that will also happen with our honesty, with our prayers, with our own efforts. Now come to the example. In a minute only, to substantiate the thing, example is given. Yata hiranyam, just like the gold, bahuda samiyate, drubihi, kriyabihi, vyavahara vartmasu, evam vachobihi, bhagavan adhokshajaha, vyakhyayate, laukika vaidikair janaihi. Same in the morning class also. Atmasta anabhavyakta namarupa abhivyakti eva srushti. Taittiriya Upanishad. Here also. Yata hiranyam. Gold. Bahuda mein bahu prakaraihi. Samiyate is talked about by the people. How? By whom? Rubihi. Kriyabihi means by bringing or lot of giving forms to it, names to it, vyavahara vartmasu, and utilizing it in different vyavaharas. Gold is one. Given forms many. Given names many. Used in different places for different uses. One gold. Now, what should be our focus of attention in this example? Even though the forms are many, even though names are many, even though placements are many, even though utilizations are many, be attentive. The substratum without which those ornaments cannot be there is one without second. Here the question is of ekatva and anatva discussion. So in the vyavahara by human beings, the ornaments are projected in the mind first, then molded on the gold, then named, and according to one's choice they are used. These are all human beings, mind made, they are all. While all that is happening, is the gold changing from its goldness? Remember, gold is not changing from its goldness. But I only have imagined, projected in my mind some ornaments in the gold. Gold being moldable, it got molded. When it got molded, then I am naming it, I am using it different purposes as if there is no gold at all. But gold alone is there. हमको याद हो या ना हो, हम देखे या नहीं देखे, पहचाने ना पहचाने, सत्य रहता है। नहीं पहचानने में हमको दिक्कत प्रॉब्लम्स होते हैं, पहचानने में हमारे सारे प्रॉब्लम्स डिसॉल्व होते हैं। सो यथा हिरण्यम बहुधा समीयते नृभिः क्रियाभिः व्यवहारवर्त्मसु। क्रियाभिः means by various moldings, व्यवहारवर्त्मसु in variety of व्यवहार। बहुधा in many प्रकार, समीयते is accepted as। बहुधा समीयते means अलग अलग के रूप में लिया जाता है, सोने को अलग अलग रूप में लिया जाता है जबकि वो एक ही है। कैसे अलग अलग में किया गया, किसके द्वारा? फर्स्ट बाय नृभिः। what he does it, क्रियाभिः, he molds him to different forms, then व्यवहार वर्त्मसु, he uses in them व्यवहार, different व्यवहार। सो मनुष्य अपने मन की आलोचना के कारण उस सोने में अलग अलग रूपों का निर्माण करके अलग जगह जगह पे यूज करते हुए अलग अलग करके ऐसा व्यवहार कर रहा है इससे, एंड अलग भी है व्यवहार में, तभी जाकर उसका फायदा है। दैट इज व्हाट वी ह्यूमरसली टॉक yesterday day before कि दी नथनी, नाक में लगाने वाले रिंग कान में, कान वाला हाथ में, हाथ वाला पैर में, पैर वाला कमर में, कमर वाला, और यू कांट यूज ऑर्नामेंट्स, जहाँ का वहीं फिट होते। दैट्स कॉल्ड व्यवहार, इज इट नॉट? येट what is there in every of the ornament is one without second gold. Think about this point, salient point, as many times as possible. When one's attention is on the utility of the ornaments and ornamentation, he will be liking, loving to maintain manyness. But when one transcends, when one transcends the utility of the ornaments, therefore the Rupa Nama, he alone can visualize the one common substratum, the gold in all. You and I not only are doing Vyavahara, but we are lost in Vyavahara as if that alone is ultimate. Therefore, not only not able to, but also not willing to give up the many Vyavahara, many things which are in Vyavahara to discover one common substrate. And willingness, ability, they go together. When I will to drop, then I'll be able to drop. What? Importance given to many. Then only the one common substratum can be thought about, contemplated upon, understood, accepted. Then, when our standpoint becomes the vision of oneness, then there's no problem because all problems are in many. एक में समस्या नहीं होता, अनेक में, just now we saw even in our 10th skandha also. So यथा नृभिः gold का ornament दिया. In the same way, having ornamental examples given, evam, in this way, now very important, vachobhihi, by only the Vani, Bhagavan Adhokshaja, the Lord who is not perceivable by any faculties, that Parabrahma Rupe Bhagavan, Vyakhyayate, he is being talked as many, Laukika Vaidikair Janaihi. In the Laukika Jame, Manusya, Pashu, Pakshi, Vanaspati, and Dhatu, in so many Rupa, one Paramatma only is talked as. This is called Laukika. Vaidika mein, all these Vaidikair Jana, he means in the Vaidika, same Lord is talked as the Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara, Indra, Varuna, Vayu, Agni. तो वहां उनको वो नाम दिया, इधर मनुष्य पशु पक्षी कहा, सारे एक ही परमात्मा के अलग अलग रूप, अलग अलग नाम, अलग अलग व्यवहार. Little deep you go, whether it is Devata, Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara, Indra, Varuna, Vayu, their substratum is Sat Chitananda Brahma. If that Sat Chitananda Brahma substratum is not there, they don't have even existence. Same Satchidananda Brahma is substratum for the Manusya, Pashu, Pakshi, Vanaspati, even Ped, Pauda, Pahad, Nadi, Bahar. Sab usi ka. Therefore, one Shuddha Satchit Gana Paramatma alone, given forms, given names. How the forms names given It is its inherent power. What is the power of Paramatma? The four things. One, himself can will. Second, with his own power, he can become many. Third, even while becoming many, he is not touched by them. Four, he is not changed. This is the inherent great power of Lord. What we have to do? The power of the Lord, that he doesn't get affected, keeping that intact. Other powers of the Lord, where many are projected, and that projected things are given the reality value, and they are shown to be with glitterances and all, which are catching us, which are binding us. Those things we have to transcend. है कि नहीं? तो सात्विक माया भगवान का ज्ञान के द्वारा हमको एकता का अनुभव देकर मोक्ष देता है। राजसिक माया अनेकता को प्रोजेक्ट करता है, और तामसिक माया हमें उनसे अटैच कराकर उनमें फंसा धसा देता है। We have to be very clear. एवं वचोभिः भगवान अधोक्षजः व्याख्यायते लौकिक वैदिकैर्जनैः. Thank God for our morning Taittiriya Upanishad, where Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma we are discussing, and also of late beautifully Asti Nasti in the discussion we are seeing one substratum only behind everything. That is adding up to the understanding of this point easily. अगर सुबह क्लास नहीं होता तो मुझे भी बताने के लिए पूरा बहुत कोट करना पड़ता था, आपको भी 10 गुना दिक्कत होती है. एंड दोज डोंट कम टू मॉर्निंग क्लास, दे विल फेस दिस डिफिकल्टी व्हेन आई with fill up the blanks while quoting the morning class, go fast without explanation. No, I can't help it. It is your choice. Many a time, maximum we try to not only quote but explain also. But sometimes we may, saving the time, miss it. But whether it's morning class, daytime, or evening, we are taught about one substratum behind multiplicities. Focus on that one substratum. Try to live life from that one substratum by giving the manyness only little vyavaharik satta, not a realistic reality. If you give, you are lost. Everywhere, even your own grandchild, you have to love him. You give him chocolate. You help him in his homework. You teach him a value. All are duties. The little more. Either you become angry with him for your selfishness, or give him too much freedom again with your attachment to him. That fellow makes goda out of the gada. बैठेगा अपने सर पे. Don't you see it every day? And you compromise with it. दादा को गधा बनाना सिखाया आपने उसको. Little lenience given beyond the requirement. So too in every relation and every relativity, beyond dharma we go, लेने का देना पड़ता है. This very crucial, very sublime thought, which an ordinary minds will neither appreciate nor accept, nor acknowledge nor practice. Very rare species are there called as human beings who can understand and accept these sublimities, that I go beyond the limit of dharma, because of which through raga, through dvesha, or by attachment or selfishness, I am bound to this world of manyness. Otherwise, many can be there, let them meet it. It's a glory of Bhagavan to express in the many form. He only said, So kameta bahushyam praja yeti rendo. और मुझे जो करना है कर ली, और उसके बाद खिसक ली वहां से, तो कहाँ प्रॉब्लम है? अगर रुक कर फंस गए तभी जाकर दुख है ना. Like we do last 3 years. You come to class, you listen, you go, I go. Other than that, we are not involved in anything. Therefore, there is no samsara between us. कुछ लोग क्लास भी नहीं सुनते, शुरू होते ही सो जाते हैं, खत्म होते हो गया आज अच्छा लगा नींद, एंड दे गो, दे आर मोर वाइजर. दे आर द पीपल हु आर यूजिंग द क्लास इन द बेस्ट मैनर. एंड दे मस्ट बी प्रेइंग फॉर मी. स्वामी जी के कारण हमारे नींद के समस्याएं दूर हो गए. In this way, nanatvam in the truth is not correct. Truth is one without second. Before that, in all the Jagra, Swapna, Sushupti avasthas, in all anubhutis, what is there is one without second truth only. That truth is again one without second. यही ऊपर का श्लोकों में देखा कि विकार ख्यायमानोपि प्रत्यगात्मानमंतरा न निरूप्य अस्ति अणुरपि स्यात् चेत् चित्सम आत्मवतु. So the whole world, outer world, inner, with so much multiplicity it is there, it cannot be without substratum. Therefore, on the substratum only they are projected. After reaching to substratum, then the substratum is not one per head, it is one without second. सारे दिख रहा है ना अनेकत्व का मूल आधार एक ही परमात्मा है. ऐसे परमात्मा एक ही है, अनेक नहीं. This is what Satyas Nanatvam Nahi explained. Now comes a key, very, very crucial topic. Same thing, both in Bhagavatam, 10th Skandha, here also, and in Adhyatma Ramayanam. Very, very important one. And this is very nicely explained in और विवेक चूड़ामणि. उनके लिए यही आधार है. इसी को ये ऐसा वाले हजारों इन योग वासिष्ठ एंड ऑल ऑफ देम वशिष्ठ जस्ट सेड. बट दिस एग्जाम्पल ओनली even our Shankara Bhagavan takes and explains this topic. What is the topic? I have not yet revealed to you. And there in विवेक चूड़ामणि वो हमको हंसी मजाक में भी कुछ सिखाते. बहुत मजेदार बात होती. I will quote all that to you. Don't worry, सब मिलेगा आपको. So what is the topic here is a question comes. Then what is that which is not allowing the truth behind all to be accepted, which is not allowing the truth to be one without second? What is the problem? Where is the problem? Where from it is coming? What is the solution? We must ask. ये ज्ञान हमको क्यों नहीं मिल रहा? कौन इसके बीच में बाधा डाल रहा है? क्या है उसका कारण? उसको कैसे एलिमिनेट करें? A beautiful example is first explained. Then the point is taught to us. That's very crucial. And it's so crucial, but we don't accept it. पहले हम बता रहे, एक्सेप्ट नहीं करते मतलब मुलतवी करते हैं. मुलतवी पोस्टपोनिंग फॉर मेनी लाइव्स. समझिए आपने जो कहा बहुत बढ़िया है. Like Dhrutarashtra will say tomorrow, your words are like the nectar to my ears, but they are not entering the heart because वहाँ already दुर्योधन बैठा हुआ है. He says very clearly. आपके बातें सुनकर मैंने तृप्ति नहीं होती है. आप सुनाते जाओ. सुनने को मैं तैयार हूँ, लेकिन घुसेगा नहीं बात अंदर, बिकॉज वहाँ घमासान दुर्योधन बैठा हो. In the same way, these sacred crucial things we postpone. And whenever you, whatever the long time we postpone it, finally हमको करना वही बात है आखिर में. So what is the topic in the next 3-4 shlokas? What is the biggest obstacle for you and I not to come to these satsanga classes? Even if we come, not to listen or understand. Even if we understand, not practice. Even if practice, not practiced till the experience comes. सबका एक ही कॉमन दुश्मन. मजेदार डिस्कशन है ये वाला. तो मैं कह रहा था ना, एक एक श्लोक एक एक उपनिषद का सार है इस तरह से. That topic we'll touch today a little. Further, we'll see tomorrow what it is. Ki first example, yatha, I'll chant the shloka, explain. Yatha ghanorka prabhavorka darshitaha yarkamsha bhutasya cha chakshushastamaha evam tvaham brahma gunastadikshitaha brahmamshakasyatmana atmabandhanaha om yatha ghanorka prabhavorka darshitaha yarkamsha bhutasya cha chakshushastamaha एवं तो हम ब्रह्म गुण सदीक्षितः ब्रह्मांशकस्य आत्मना आत्मवंदनः. कल के दिन कोई भी क्लास नहीं छोड़ना, जरूर आना इस क्लास को. तो एलाबोरेशन रहेगा, बट हिम्मत के साथ आना. नाउ द एग्जांपल इज यथा, जस्ट लाइक घनः. घन मीन्स क्लाउड. वेयर फ्रॉम इट इज born? अर्क प्रभवः. It is born because the Lord Sun, his rays took the water from the ocean. Therefore, directly Surya Bhagavan is the karana for the cloud, it is mentioned. Arka prabhavaha ganaha. The Surya ke karan bana hua cloud. Then Arka darshitaha. Again, which is illumined in the presence of the light of the sun only. Arka prabhavaha, born because of sun. Arka darshitaha, seen because of sun. Then Arka amsha bhutasya. ये लॉर्ड सूर्य का ही अंश क्या है? एक क्या है? चक्षु, our own eye. For that chakshu, it is a tamaha. It is a block. Is it not? I am here. I have my eyes. The eye of my is the amsha of the Surya Bhagavan. सो हिंदी में बताओ तो मजा आएगा। सूर्य भगवान के कारण उत्पन्न हुआ मेघ, सूर्य भगवान के रोशनी में दिखने वाला मेघ, सूर्य के अंशभूत आंख को सूर्य को देखने के लिए बीच में एक तमह बनकर देखने नहीं देता, जैसा वैसा ही। अंडरस्टूड? दिस इज सेड बाय विवेक चूड़ामणि, भानु प्रभा संजनिता भ्रपंक्ति भानु तिरोधाय विजृंभते यथा। सेम थिंग, भानु प्रभा संजनित आभ्रपंक्ति भानु तिरोधाय विजृंभते यथा। Example, the cloud born out of sun, illumined in the sun, light of sun alone becomes obstacle for the eye, which is the amsha of the sun, to see the sun. जब घने बादल होते भगवान सूर्य नहीं दिखते. Don't imagine the summer wala cloud. You will never understand. Just in that rainy season, heavy, dense black clouds. Behind that the Surya is there. Where from the clouds made? Because of the water sucked by Lord Sun's rays, condensed and all. Then in which light the clouds are seen by us during the day? Sunlight only. We have our eyes. This eye, Chakshushaha Suryaha, Surya Bhagavani Devata hai. But is this eye able to see the sun? No. Who is obstructing? The cloud. What is the cloud? Born from sun, illumined by sun only. Itself is becoming obstruction for one part of the sun called the eye to see the original sun and the real sun. And the answer also is that when the clouds are kicked away by some reason, then the eye is able to see the sun as it is. So here the Surya Bhagavan is Atma Vastu. Simple. The Chakshu is Jiva here. And what is the cloud in between fellow? He is Ahankara. मैंने बताया ना आज भी सुबह से क्लास half an hour 1 hour back we have seen the Ahankara and the Jiva and Paramatma. There Bhanu Prabha Sanjita Bhrapankti Bhanum Tirodaya Vijrumbate Yatha Atpodi Hatahangkruti Matma Tattvam Tata Tirodaya Samujrite Tatha. Same sloka here. Second line he says Evam Tu. In the same way, Tulana compare karo to Aham, this Ahankara, Brahma Gunaha, which is expressed because of Parabrahma Tattva's presence only. Then Tadikshitaha, which is illumined because of the Brahma Tattva only. Brahmamsha Kasya. The Brahma का ही अंश जो जीव है आत्मनः आत्मबंधनः binds that jiva to visualize or realize his own essential self called as Brahma. मेरा स्वरूप ब्रह्म को जानने में मुझ जीव को मेरा ही अहंकार बीच में बाधा डालता है, जैसे आंख को सूर्य को देखने के लिए बीच में सूर्य कृपा से ही बना हुआ बादल बीच में obstruction है. This is the whole topic, ahankar. Okay, lot of things to be discussed on it. Tomorrow, whole day we'll spend on this topic only. How the ahankara does the vijrumbhana and in how many ways it expresses. Okay, with help of its own, another chela called as mind, divorced from the buddhi. अहंकार और मन और वासनाएं और इंद्रिय और देह मिल गए और बुद्धि को दबा के साइड पे रख दिया, देन उस जीव का अभी कहना क्या बंधन इन दिस जन्म. Only when the buddhi is given value, when it gains the knowledge, then it keeps everything in their own position, helps the jiva to discover his oneness with the self, thus he is liberated from all limitations. Let us not have any hesitation or laziness in listening to these beautiful truths. If not today, maybe after a few years, we will be understanding them. We will know the importance and value of this liberating knowledge. For that time to come, with all patience, perseverance, we should allow our gurus and acharyas to bless us through the dictions or dictations or not dictations, the sermons or teachings of this truth through the Shastra. This is how let us help our gurus and Shastras to help us to get this knowledge. When it is received, practiced once for all, we get liberated from all bondages. Same thing will be discussed now in Adhyatma Ramayana. जो प्रश्न पूछती है तारा श्री राम जी से, श्री राम भगवान भी यही बताएंगे. अब मैं सोचा इसको सीक्रेट रख के कर सुनाएंगे. कहाँ सीक्रेट, अभी राम जी बता ही दे रहे हो. उनकी कृपा इतनी है, डजंट वांट टू पोस्टपोन टू टुमारो आल्सो, आज ही सुना दो। और इसका ह्यूमरस वे इन विवेक चूड़ामणि अहंकार की बात जब कहते हैं, वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग। शंकर भगवान को इन जनरल ऑल द पीपल से ही इज ए मायावादी and he is a Rajju Sarpavadi, Bhrantivadi. Because anytime he talks about, he takes the example of Rajju Sarpa Bhranti, wherein the rope unapprehended as rope is misapprehended as the snake. है ना, रस्सी को रस्सी के रूप में नहीं देखने से उनके अंदर सांप का आरोप करना. This is the general example, Rajju Sarpa. Now, in the explanation of Ahankara, Bhagwan Shankara uses this example ulta. That is the humorous part of it. You know, when you see a rope and you take it as snake, little bit you are afraid. Never that rope becomes snake to bite you. Is it not? No, the ulta baat. Because you are listening Vedanta every day, where Rajju is taken as Sarpa, suddenly one day really you saw the Sarpa. But because of over listening of Vedanta, if you take it as Rajju and गले में डालो, कल को मेरा एक श्रोता कम हो जाएगा कि नहीं? That example he takes for the ahankar. You understand? Ahankare kartari ahamiti matim muncha sahaja. This अहंकार जो करता भोगता है उसको मैं हूं करके ऐसा मानकर मत फंसो, उसको छोड़ दो. If not, the example is what? This one. Right? What he says, अहंकारे कर्तरे अहमिति मतिम मुंच सहसा विवेकाभावाद्वै विवेकाभावाद्वै विवेक अभावाद्वै स्फुरति भुजगे रज्जुदिशना. भुजगे रज्जुदिशना में सांप को रस्सी मानकर गले में डालना. ततो नर्थ प्रातो निपतति समाधातु रधिकः पतित प्रतीचश्चिन्मूर्तेः तव सुखतनोः संस्रुतिरियम्. Oh, my dear Chit Swarupa, Ananda Swarupa, for you the samsara is because of this. When you take the rope as snake, you are frightened. You are not bitten by snake and die. But when you take the snake as the rope and thinking it's as rope and put in gala, you will never be sure to alive. You will be definitely bitten. In the same way, taking the karta bhokta of the ahankara as mine is like taking black cobra, thinking it to be as a rope, putting it in the gala. अपने गले में डालने की तरह. See humorous example, how nicely. है ना, भुजगे रज्जु दिशना, सांप को रस्सी मान के गले में डालना टेंशन है. सो टू अहंकार इज लाइक ए सर्प, वो डसता रहते हैं निरंतर, बट उसको हम रस्सी मानकर गले में डाले. Therefore, every moment when you are miserable, misery is the sign of ego. Distress is sign of ego. Despondency, dejection. Why? Because the self is Ananda Swarupa. Any moment we are not in Ananda, we are in ego. And that ego we are pampering, we are giving poshana to it, prerana it to, lanana to it. Even the great Guru and Bhagavan comes to touch even little of our ego. We are in such a, like a snake, how it hisses and tries to bite, in that way we are. You know, the beautiful quotations of Gurudev. You know, humility is such a virtue that the moment you think you got it, you lost it. One thing he says, egolessness. Another fellow he says, temper takes you to trouble and pride or ego keeps you there. These are beautiful quotations to be pondered quietly. At large, if you think about, our own ego is the one because of which I, the jiva, am not able to discover my own self. And this ego ahankara, to sufficiently propitiate him, strengthen him, he has got a very thick marriage. करवा चौथ कर करके हर जन्म में इनको एक के साथ मैरिज होता है, उसका नाम है ममता. Where this ahanta mamata दोनों जुड़ जाते हैं ना, then you can never the jiva understand shastra, discover the self, get liberated. That is the theme. Tomorrow we have to study here. So to Sri Ramji will say. So half of it we have already spoken. Little more, some sadhana aspects if they are there. Bhagavan wants, he will tell us, we'll listen. Thank you. Sarvam Krishnarpanam Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate Om Shanti Shanti. Sri Guru Bhyo Namo Sri Krishna Chandra Bhagavan ki Jai Om Bhurvasa Pranaya Panaya Madhya Madhya Pradapanyam वस्त्रपाद वृक्षाण आचमनतांबूल नीराजनान दर्शयामि. ओम नीलमेघ श्याम नित्य बाल गोपाल वेणुगान. भक्त जनाधार परमदया वार्धि मुक्ति संदा गीतामृदात परम योगीश पार्थ सारद्रूप कृष्ण सर्व तत्र सूर्योदय मंगलम श्री कृष्ण सुभाषितमो ब्रह्मा आम ब्रह्मलोका देवी में परमाज्ञा बोल श्री कृष्ण चंद्र भगवान की जय। भागवत महापुराण की जय। वेद शुकदेव सूतादि भागवताचार्य की जय। बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय। सद्गुरुदेव भगवान की जय। समस्त श्रोतागण की जय। Right. Never hesitate to listen. First thing, if you can conquer that any type of hesitation or weaknesses of listening, rest is taken care of by the Lord's grace. Om. बुरे को जिस दिन सुनना शुरू करते हैं ना, हमारे बुरे दिन आना शुरू हो। अच्छे को जब सुनना हम शुरू करते हैं, हमारे लिए अच्छे दिन आना शुरू हो गए।